Hey guys, this is just a quick video on how you get a an MV2 Naza to talk to an on-screen display like the Minimosd. And this is basically just a way of hacking your own on-screen display if you don't want to use the GGI one, or if you want to kind of add in your own things like I do. There's this thread where I learned all of this and got all the software here that I used on RC groups. I strongly recommend that you look at that for this. This is a somewhat advanced project, so if this is a little bit beyond your abilities, you probably want to start with some simpler things. But here's a setup. So outside of the Naza controller, there's actually on the PMU, this power management unit, there's actually an expansion port. This is a CANBUS expansion port, the 4 pins here. And if you go in the thread, you'll see there's a positive, negative, and a high and low, which CAN high and CAN low, which actually contain a stream of information about the flight controller. Now you'll need a transceiver. Paul, P-A-W-E-L, Sky, he's the guy who does all these hacks. He actually has a board that you can probably PM him, and he can sell you one. But I just made my own, just using some SMT tools that I had. This is not an easy soldering project if you're not really good with flux and mounting SIOC chips. And the transceiver basically you just power it with the 3 volts off the teensy. And there's it gives you a data and receive pin. So those go into the teensy, and at this point, all you really need to do is run in Arduino. You just pull down his code. He's got this great sketch, and it pretty much just ran out of the box once you install all the libraries and everything. So you say upload. And for those who haven't used the teensy before, you basically just, it says it's uploading, but what you really have to do here is go to the teensy controller and press the button, and this little utility will basically program and then reboot it. So now at this point, the CAN signals are flowing from the Naza controller and being translated into Mavlink off of the UART, the UART 0, I believe. And just for testing purposes, I rigged my Minimosd here onto a breadboard. Again, this is just to show that I had everything working, not necessarily because this is the right way to fly. But you can see that once it works, it's great. You get all the indications. You can see if I tilt the bird, the indicators show corresponding information. Again, I haven't flown with this, but I pretty much expect at this point everything should work. And the refresh rate's okay. It's not super fast, but it's good enough for what you need here. Now, I did have to spend some time fiddling with my Minimosd to make everything work. This board, I think I got it on eBay or Amazon or something like that. It's not a standard board. I think it's got some extra pins on it. But one of the things I did is hook it up with an FTDI connector which is one of these. This one's made by OSEP, but you should probably have one of these already if you've done anything like this. Just some tricks here. It did take me a lot of fiddling to get this to work. What I had to do is load the 2.2 extra Minimosd extra firmware, which you can find online, and then honestly, what I did is I just clicked into each of these tabs and resaved the configuration out on each of these. So I uploaded the firmware, and then panel 1 and hit save, panel 2 hit save, etc. That seems to have gotten everything working. I was a little surprised that Minimosd, at least this board here, seems perfectly fine getting powered off of the 12 volt in, but you might have to rig up a different power solution. In fact, I probably will hook it up to a power regulator. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. This is clearly not something you would do unless you felt really great about all these electronics. But it's really an invaluable tool if you want to make your own OSD or add your own kind of functionalities into this. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful, and check out the RC Groups thread for more information.